the few things you could be like doing as a player right now, like grinding on Series 13, grinding on most singles ladders. I'm not gonna say it's a waste of time because it's built around mons like Dracovish, you know, like Rillaboom, Urshifu for Spike Muth, or for like Restricteds and crazy other Pokemon and Dynamax and all that stuff for VGC. But like, you can actually take the time to really work on these like niche flowchart teams that use like Dittos, Shedinjas, and work on like making your own playstyle. Same thing, we were playing with Zoroark the other day. Finding your playstyles with these really niche Pokemon that are basically in every game and learning how to do everything you possibly can with them and conditioning your opponents into doing what you want. Like, it's hard to learn how to play Ditto if you're not someone that normally does it. But once you know everything there is about Ditto, you can like lock up some really cool flowcharts. I'm gonna lead Zacian, bring Ditto. I think I'm gonna try the Ray, but like, I don't know. I feel like I should be a lot more afraid of that Lucky than I actually am right now. But I feel like Steel is the big problem, and I would love to catch Steel on the switch in with an Airstream. That's like kind of my win condition, I think. So we'll see. This is the first game we're using Ray for the most part. This person has a more realistic team, and I can't really trap any of them. So there's no point in trying to Perish trap these guys. And we just need to use like Shedinja for bait and stuff like that. So let's see if they want to lead Lando. If they lead Lando or Lucky, it'll change how we play. There's the Lando lead. So Lando versus Zacian's great lead. They're probably going to be going for rocks here, but like, they could go during EQ. So what we're going to do is we're going to hard switch and Ditto, copy them, see their move set, and see if they want to go for EQ, and then they're going to have to switch. We're going to U-turn off that turn, and then we're going to repin the next thing they bring out while always saving our Ditto. So it's pretty good for us, unless they make a weird read. But like, worst case scenario is they get rocks up here. Worst case scenario, they get the rocks up. I guess maybe worst case scenario, they Airstream. We are going to be sticking an Intimidate into them. They're probably clicking EQ or rocks. That would be my guess. Or like maybe a Max Quake. That would be the best case scenario for us, is Max Quake. That would be sick. But I doubt it. So remember, when you copy their ability, or when you copy them, it copies their ability too. There's the EQ. Cool. So no Max. We're going to see what they want to do here. So their moveset is EQ Stunnage Super Power U-turn. So they're probably choiced, which means they're probably switching. So we're just going to pop the U-turn and go back to our Zacian probably. We could even Max if we wanted to, but they can't fly, so they can't even Airstream. Cool. Just go for a U-turn. So we're any faster than them, and they're basic, since they're Scarfed, the fact they stayed in versus Zacian means they're super Scarfed. So this is their Scarf. We see it right here. And we're just going to force them to switch. Right now they're thinking like, fuck, outplayed. And I'm like, I know, right? Because I get to get chip damage on anything they switch, and then I get to repin it with whatever I want. They can stay in and EQ again, but remember they're intimidated, and I can cycle that. So let's just go for it. And also, I think technically we can still be speed time because you have a Scarf and I have a Scarf, and I'm a copied version of you before your boosts. So they're staying in. They're staying to click the EQ. I'm assuming that they're Scarfed, unless it's a Rocky. Oh, no Rocky helmet. All right, so they're staying EQ. That means we just go right. I'm going to assume that they're Scarfed. I'm going to big assume that they're Scarfed here. Don't Stone Edge me, bro. Because I guess you could be orbed or like white orbed, but yeah, it's totally, yeah. You're Scarfed. Like, I know you're Scarfed, bro. How are the games going? They're going absolutely flawless. Thank you for asking. Now, Celesteela can switch in on some of these things, but like, I think I'm alright to just like, I think I'm just going to Dragon's Ascent. Scale Shot would KO the Lando. Probably. Maybe steals on it. Like, I don't know how much speed I need. I'll go for the Dragon's Ascent. Because you basically have to switch if you're Scarfed, and if you're not Scarfed, I would just win. Yeah. Awesome. Regieleki. Awesome. So this gets KO'd by Ascent plus E-Speed. Cool. There's nothing wrong with clicking the Scale Shot either. I just didn't want to miss. Yep. Bro, I'd love to see you Max, even though you won't. And then you're going to send it your Lando, and I'll switch back into my Ditto and get a repin. You see like how... Oh, I didn't even PP Max. This is the one move I didn't PP Max. It's fine. We're going to kill their Lucky here. Yep. If I would have gone for the Scale Shot there, I would have been able to outspeed the Lando when he came back out, but I know I'm going to be switching. And they're probably rock falling, and even if I lose my Ditto after re-intimidating their Lando, basically I'm going to lose the Ditto on their last turn of Scarf, and then I'm just going to come out and Behemoth Blade it because their Scarf's gone. So that's kind of the idea we're going with here. Actually, should I just fodder the... I might just fodder Ray here. No. You want the Intimidate. It's important. Because you can always pivot, you know, depending on how they want to play it. And cycle. So if they're just clicking Stone Edge, I'm not dead. If they're Rock Falling, it's a 2-shot and I outspeed and can pivot back. So like we're okay here. I want to see them max it. Because that would tell me like I think they should be saving their max for their last one, but they might be maxing this. Stone Edge is completely fine. So now they've locked themselves into Stone Edge. They might max this here and go for an EQ. But what we're going to do is we're going to just... I guess I could just trade Stone Edges with them, huh? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm going to Stone Edge... Sorry, I'm going to U-turn and go into my... I'm going to U-turn and go into my Ray. I don't think we need Ray for the rest of this matchup, realistically. They switch out Landorus, which means I get to reap him with whatever I want. Sick. Zygarde! Sounds like a job for Zacian, because we already know where your Scarf is. Sick. I want to see if it's a lefties as well. We could even come in with Ray and Airstream there, but I think Zacian's just better with Behemoth Blade in case they want to max. Cool. Yeah, we're in a great spot. See if it's lefties. I think we can KO this thing with a Behemoth Blade. Like, maybe. Maybe not. It's kind of hard to say. Player F would do a lot if they didn't max it. I wonder what they're going to do. I'm going to go for the... Like, Player F would do more against unmaxed, but, like, I have to respect max. So, like, I'll go for the Behemoth Blade. If you're going to switch in the line and, like, lose it, that's fine. Alright, so no max. I should have Player F. Let's see if this just gets a KO. Like, let's see what they're even doing. Are you Dragon Dancing in my face? You don't have E-Speed him. Are you glaring? Alright, so that means you're going to activate your Super Form. 1,000 arrows. That's fine. Yeah, doesn't get you anything realistically. Lefties, he's gonna be able to transform, but like we outspeed. Yep. And remember, this thing doesn't have E-Speed anymore, so we're gonna go. You can switch in your Lando, which is too much damage, and you can max this thing, but like we're gonna click Behemoth Blade, and then we're good. There we go. Wow, we should get the KO, right? That's a weird. It's a lot of health actually. I'll go for them with the Behemoth Blade. It's fine. We have to respect max. No max again, dude. It's so greedy. Alright, so they're gonna make max in their Lando then. Yeah, that's actually really, really clean. I like that a lot. Rest! Okay! Yo, okay. Alright, so this is where we play rough because they probably have Sleep Talk, right? And if they were to max this thing here, it's fine. That's clean AF though. Can we sub here? Now it's better to just play rough and switch to Lando. We don't even want to show sub because they're probably switching it to Lando. That was sick, by the way. Let's go. Alright, so that's within range for Behemoth Blade now. So if Sleep Talk KOs us, like it does, but we'll see what happens. Let's see if Sleep Talk gets 1,000 arrows. They might only have the 3 moves. Rest again. Yeah, we take it. Cool. And so the combo, the pin that we're trying to set up here is that, like, we KO the Zygarde, right? And you send out Lando, and I switch to my Lando, right, to get the Intimidate. But basically, if you want to max your Lando to make yourself not EQ, and then your max Lando, you're not Scarfed, and Zacian comes in and Behemoth Blades and wins. Right? That's the idea. Cool. Should be going down. So this first move that we're going to see them lock themselves in with their Lando is the most important one. It would have been nice to like go for like subs and stuff like that too. I just don't think that it was like the safest play. Like getting rid of a Zygarde is really, really important. If you got a Coil off there, that could go bad. Anything could, yeah, it could be all downhill. And we can definitely KO the Landorus with a Behemoth Blade if we get a chance to attack it in max mode from here. So we're just going to go to Ditto. You can go for another Stone Edge. I don't even know if a Stone Edge crit would take us out here. And if they have to lock themselves into Stone Edge, that means that they, after all their max turns, if we wait it out correctly, we just use Zacian to break the Lando. You can read it and go for a Stone Edge here. awesome. So that means they're stuck EQing. So that means if we ever get them to max, they cannot fight Rayquaza. I'm gonna click U-turn because we see if they maxed before. So yeah, if we U-turn here. That means if they are maxing, it'd show before I use my move. All right, so they are maxing, right? That means they have the freedom to use any of their other moves. Which means they wouldn't click EQ. They'd click Rockfall, which means we go Zacian. Or we actually go Ray. They're thinking they're big braining us here, but like they can't Airstream, remember? Because we already copied them with Ditto. So U-turn, small chip, into Ray, fodder Ray, bring in Zacian. Zacian KOs with Behemoth Blade. Safe bring in Zacian. We don't want to get crit by a Rockfall. Or like maybe they do go for the double EQ. But we just wait at their max turns. If for some reason they EQ again here, we'll just wait out their max turns. Because at this point they only have 3. We can even max our Ray, max guard for a turn, and then switch to Ditto fodder and win the game that way. Yeah, this should be a 100% win right here. Max Rockfall. They're like, ha! I read you! And it's like, did you though? This is my win condition. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't even need to Dynamax. Actually, if I Dynamax, there's the crit! There's the crit! That's why we play around that. That right there. Right there. That's why we play around that. That would have killed the Zacian if I went right to it, even though I knew it was Rockfall. And if it was a Max Quake or anything else, Ray would have not died. We could have played that whole Max Guard game. So, that's sick. That's clean. And now, because he's maxed, he's not Scarfed anymore, right? So we should be able to just get this KO. I'm assuming that's Scarf. It could be Vested Lando, but judging by how it's been played so far, I really think it's Scarfed. So we can just go for Behemoth Blade. Even if you do happen to KO, I just send out Ditto and get Revenge KO with something small. Got it. We do be taking these. Flowchart for days. For days. Love to see. Don't think you can just bring Lando out here, buddy. Not in my house. Good team. What can we trap? Zacian? You can't actually trap Zacian. We can't really trap any of those. So let's just try and play a different game. Where you're going to need... like, so Groudon can have a Rock Attack. Yveltal is Dark. Cali has stuff like that. There's no Ditto here, so we don't have to play around Ditto. I do still think you need the Shed, because it makes it so we don't just auto-lose to Zacian. And we don't auto-lose to Ogre. So, like, if I were to lead with Zacian, we could always pivot to Shed if it's Ogre. Like, every time. And then we bring probably Ray to, like, max versus the Groudon, get some speed boosts, and then maybe roll over the rest of their team. I think it'd be really, really nice to bring Ditto here, though, too. I could just lead Ditto. I could let myself lose to Cali and just, like, Ditto them. I'm gonna lead Ditto and bring Rayquaza Zacian. If they set up, like, hazards, they could actually roll me. But let's see what happens here. I think they're gonna be a little bit too aggressive out the bat. And we might be able to punish. Cool. Let's see what happens. We definitely do be having shots in this game. So hopefully we make it work. Hopefully we can make it work. I'm trying to think, like, Ogre is such a hard matchup for, like, our sort of team. That's one of the reasons why we have Ray, is just to disincentivize Ogre from spouting the crap out of us. But they still do. Like, I think lead Ogre is really good here in this situation, but we'll see. Zacian lead. Bro! You went Zacian? Oh my god! The game's over. Bro! Okay, so Ditto copies your Zacian. You already had a +1. I copy you and get a second +1 off Intrepid Sword. Dude, the absolute mercy. No mercy. And we're Scarfed. Alright, that's your set. Cool. Yeet. You just lost a Mon. You have lost a Pokemon. You've lost your... And we also see where their Zacian set is, so we know, like, if we want to imprison or not. We're like, oh, they're just gone. Yeet. Call me that's a +2. So the only way you get out of this is like, not even a Scarf would do it, because I'm Scarf on top of a Zacian. So you'd have to have a Scarf Shadow Rider. I think there's a much higher % chance that you're Sash Shadow Rider. Which means I hit you, you hit me, I don't know if I die. And then I could just switch or do whatever I want, you know? I still have my Zacian. There's Kyogre. So this is fine. This is probably where the Scarf is. So I'm going to go for the Behemoth Blade because it'll do like well over half. And then if you were to not max, I bring in my Zacian and play rough. And if you were to max, I can just bring in my Zacian. You're now slower than me if you're Scarf, then I can just KO with play rough. Or I can just bring in Ray if you max. I can't change my moves. I'm Scarf, so I have to Behemoth Blade. Ditto's completely throwaway here. So they are maxing. So this is still going to do... I think this is going to do about half. That's my guess. And I want to put them within range for Ray to get the KO on. That would be great. But we don't know how bulky the Kyogre is. We don't know anything about its set. Lefties would be obviously lame. Citrus would be lame. I just love this KO. I wonder if they're going to go for, like, something weird, though. Alright, cool. That's about half. That's definitely within range for Ray. That's so much damage. Geyser? Cool. So if they didn't max that and that was a Scarf Ogre, I think it's Scarf Ogre, judging by how much damage that did, too. It definitely took a ton. We could bring in our Zacian and get the KO with the play rough. I think it's better to go for the Ray and get an Airstream building so we can outspeed the Shadow Rider in the back. And then we just trade really well with the Shadow Rider. Hopefully we can get the KO here. This is a lot of damage. And you got no more weather. I'm surprised they didn't try and set like a Hailstorm though. That'd be cheeky, right? But let's check the team. Like, I think that we're fine. Yeah, it's a 140. It's a really strong max move Life Orb. And Rayquaza outspeeds Kyogre too. So like, even if like we're both full speed, I'm jolly. We should be good. I think this should be able to get it. It's gonna be relatively close, but I think this should do about half to a Sweeper Ogre. So hopefully we get that thing up the board. And we have the +1 speed already for when Cali comes out. And then we'll still be at full health, so that's really, really good. Let's go! Cool, no max card either to waste my max turns. It's good to see. Cool. If we lost the Ogre, if we left the Ogre at like 1 and the Hailstormed us, that'd be really, really bad. Because like we'd be using Zacian to fight their last Mon. And it just wouldn't be as good because like Shadow Rider, a Spec Shadow Rider could just win from there. But Spec Shadow Rider shouldn't be able to win from this situation. I'm thinking if we actually see Shadow Rider, if we want to go for a max Quake to give ourselves a death boost to stop like ranges from Specs. But we'll see what we want to see. Like Groudon's probably oh, Yveltal. They can Airstream. We're just gonna trade Airstreams with them. Cool. Dude, we got it. That was such a good Ditto lead though. That was crazy. You can foul play, won't do that much. We have a lot of attack, but like we didn't take any defense drops because we didn't ever use Dragon's Ascent. So we should be able to get it. We should be able to get it, yeah. And the fact that we Airstream before means we're already faster. He's so close to going down. Never lucky. What do you got, Chief? You gonna tail with me? Dragon Rush, dude! Dragon Rush! That's sick! You don't actually say that often. That was clean. Dude, that was nice. I like seeing like niche moves like that. It's for like if you were to max your Yveltal like Dragon Rush, it might give you situations where like being able to max Roman things and lower their attack, that's probably a policy of Yveltal. That's probably like what that's actually for. And if you get your policy procced, Dragon Rush probably OHKOs a lot of the dragons in the meta. So pretty cool stuff. I actually really like to see that. So good team. Good team. We just got super lucky high rolling the Zacian lead. Copying the Ditto. That never, ever happens. I think I might just try the Ditto lead again, though. Bro, that was so clean. Just copy their Zacian T1. I'm gonna do it. I think they might be leading Zacian to check Ray. It worked last time. I'm gonna try it again. And then our Zacian. I feel like Ray could be really good, but if like their Ditto starts copying stuff, I just lose. So like I think that we might want to go Shed and just hope that like their Zacian or that, you know, like we get a situation where like they can't hit the Shed. And we also, oh yeah, we also have Sash, so we can actually just trade with our Cali. Yeah, I like that. Let's try that. Let's go. But thank you so much for the gifted sub. Yo, we got the subs up. We got the big subs up. I'm gonna try, like, so right now, like we have like the 1 sub a day. That's something I always like to see as a streamer. I want it to be 5, but I really feel like I gotta step up my game to be worthy of 5 subs a day. But if I could hit that, oh man, I'd be so clean. Grimmsnarl lead versus Ditto. So we're gonna be able to see what kind of Grimmsnarl this is. Which is great. I want to see if it has a dark attack. I want to see if he can hit the Shed. Like, if it's dual screens Thunder Wave, we just go to Shed or something. Like, if it's dual screens Thunder Wave Spirit Break. Fight, what do you got, Chief? Darkest Lariat. So they actually can hit Shed. Are they going to screen me here? Oh, they can't use, they're going to Reflect. Alright, so we are going to use one Spirit Break on their Reflect. Just so we can chip to put it within range for our Zacian the next turn. Yeah, we're going to use one Spirit Break. Just one. We don't need to use multiple. They're maxing? Bro, what? Holy moly, what? Bro. I don't know about that one, Chief. That's clean, though. Dude, they just maxed it. Okay. Hey, dude, pop the hell off. I really actually hope they go for a snooze. Hope they're not policy, bro. That would... Bro, you almost died! Crit? Oh my gosh, Grim Style, get out of here. Starfall. Alright, so we lost Grim. It sucks losing Ditto, it does. It really, really does. We're going to send out Zacian and use Sub. The reason we're going to Sub is so when they send out their Zacian or their Ditto, they can't break our Zacian, or they can't even copy. I guess we could technically Imprison and soak the damage, but I think that Sub might be better. Because I don't think that they can break our Sub with a max Grim move. And now they can't snooze us because they set the terrain. I guess we could just kill this guy. Realistically, we could. Do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because what I'm thinking is they have a Ditto and either a Kali or a Zacian. And so I can just get the KO here. If using out a Zacian or a Kali, I switch to my Shed and pop a Wisp. Yeah, I like that play too. I don't want to take any damage on my Zacian, so I can save it at full to fight their Zacian. Sub kill, they can break the sub. They're too aggressive. So I just want you to understand the reason why we're not subbing is because our Grim did that much damage to their max Grim. That shows they're a full attack Grim, right? A full attack Grim max move would break our Zacian sub. And remember, since we have Shed Ninja, we don't care if they bring out... If they bring out their Zacian or their Shed, we're fine. If they're bringing out their Kali, that's dicey. We probably might lose there. But like I can't do anything else about that. But I want to bait their Zacian or their Ditto. Rotom. We sub versus this, they're just going to Will-O-Wisp. So you see the free sub versus the Rotom too, I like it. And now we still have our sub. I wonder if they're going to Volt Switch. I doubt it. I think they're... Oh, wait. Why would they Wisp? There's a Serene. Wait, they shouldn't be Wisping. This is a misplay. This is a misplay. Wisp. That's a misplay from them, though. There's a terrain on the board. We both misplayed at the same time. I'll take it. I'll take it. Double the misplay. Double the fun. Double the play roughing our opponent's Rotom. This shouldn't be a one-shot. We'll see. God, Zacian is so cracked. And now we have a sub. So we should be fine. Never seen Zacian with sub? Yeah, sub Zacian's really good. Sub Zacian's really good. It's better in VGC, but it's definitely usable in these formats. The reason we have sub is because if they have Ditto, you can't transform. Imposter does not work if the opponent's subbed. I'm gonna... Yeah. I'm just gonna sit here for a sec. Yeah, that's nice. Isn't that clean? That's clean. Even if there were a hard cast to transform, you can't transform into something that's subbed. It's just good. Dude, it's just good. I'm the Ditto master. The like couple games before that, like this game, like, yeah, the game was still over if they transformed. If they did, if they sent out the, all right, so if they sent out the Ditto and copied the Zacian, I just want to say, we still win because we would switch to Shed. So like the whole team's made like that. Like this team is built around abusing Ditto, baiting their Dittos, and punishing any situation where someone's worse at using Ditto than I am. All right, let's see. How do we want to deal with this? A lot of these moves don't make contact for their Mons. So it's like Ditto can make contact. Our Zacian can actually completely wall their Ditto if we bring it at the right time. I think that there's nothing wrong going Zacian. But let's see. Yveltal can use Wiki because it's a special attacker. Wiki's for special attackers. But let's see. I think that Zacian's a good lead. The only thing that would be bad is if, like... No, I would just switch to Shed. So we have to go like Zacian Shed. Shed is potentially good against maybe Togekiss. It's literally only to make it so we can beat their Zacian if they copy us. And then, let's see. Do we want our Ditto? No. I think Ray's probably the best play as just a solid Maxmon. And let's just try it. Ray is underrated. There you go. I'm excited for the new Pokemon game. PvP is going to be crazy next year. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Blissey Togekiss. Yeah, dude, we got sub Zacian. We're going to be good. So let's see. If they leave Cloyster, we'll see what we need to do. We would probably like to just clock the Cloyster Sash if possible, and then deal with Cloyster with like E-Speed from Ray. Let's see if it's Ditto lead. That's the one thing I don't want to deal with. Okay, I think you subverse this, because I don't know what it does. Realistically, I wish I had a better grasp of, like, this exact, like, guy. Maybe he maxes? I'm gonna sub, though. I feel like that's probably a good play. And then, like, I guess Ray's great against it if we end up losing the Zacian or Shed. But, like, I'll sub here, and then we'll see what's up with this thing. Because I don't know if you max it. Because, like, you don't max things like that in front of Zacian. I feel like there's a setup move or, like, a status move coming right now. EQ. Okay, it's EQ. So it's free switch to Ray. Free switch to Ray. Now the issue with the Ray switch here is Ray can check Shed. It's orbed. Wow. I wonder if I should just like sub 3 times and then use... yeah, I think that's actually a good play. Because I want to make them take the most amount of orb damage. I'm going to do 3 subs. How much damage do I actually gain between each one? 85. So, like 43? Can use one more of these. We're learning so much about this game. Yeah, no, it's fun. Pokemon's a lot of fun. Pokemon's a lot of fun. TwitchCom is a lot of fun. We're using a bit of a joke team today. So we're using something that's a little bit more, like, just for fun. What we're trying to do right now is we're trying to make him take the most amount of recoil from his life orb, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna punish him the next turn. We could switch in our Ray right now, our flying type, and block that EQ, and then KO them. But the issue with that is then they would send out their Ditto. Ditto would copy our Ray, and then Ray would sweep the game because Ray beats all 3 of these. So we can't actually have their Ditto copy our Rayquaza. Yeah, we're gonna sub one more time. I don't think there's an issue with that. And then hopefully we have enough damage to Oko them with yeah, hopefully we have enough damage to Oko them. If we don't, it could get dicey. If we don't, it could get dicey. Surprised they never once... I think that thing can Leech Seed. You just don't see it that often. And if we don't have, like I said, if we don't have enough damage, we just basically lose. If they send out a Zacian here to copy us after we KO this thing, we just go to Shed. Awesome. And the thing is, I bet you that guy was EV trained to live the Behemoth Blade from our Zacian's EV spread, which is a Jolly Zacian EV spread, without taking that much chip. Singles is really restrictive, like especially 3v3, really restrictive. Show me that Ditto. This is planned. 1000% planned, boys and girls. Let's go. Nice Zacian spread you got there, buddy. Nice Zacian spread. It'd be a shame if it didn't do anything. They're looking at our set and they're like, what? Hey, go for it. Go nuts, Chuck. And so this is going to let us get a free Wisp. Behemoth Blade. And so, Wonder Guard. So, let's take a look at their team. What do they have? Togekiss, Weezings, Cloysters, all those things. Those are all great. They probably have Togekiss in the back, is my guess. Which can Airstream. Togekiss can still definitely win them the game. I don't even know if I want to Wisp a Togekiss. I think I'm actually going to Confuse Ray instead. It's more valuable than the Wisp. Zacian's switching. They need to save the Ditto. And they're going to switch to something that can pin Shed. They have to have something. It doesn't matter if they go Weezing to me. Togekiss. I knew it, right? So the Confuse Ray is a lot better here because it's adding RNG to something that would not normally have the RNG. So let's think about this. They're going to Airstream us. And there's nothing we can actually do about that. We can just hope that they hit themselves with Confusion. I'm going to switch in my Zacian. I think that's the only... I mean, I could fodder my Ray to the Airstream and then hope that they hit themselves on the... The thing is, if the Ditto comes in and copies our Ray, we lose. That's a really big thing. So we have to have them hit themselves with Confusion this turn. This is the one turn that works. You need to hit yourself with Confusion right now, otherwise we lose. But it was fun. It was fun either way. You need to hit yourself with Confusion right now. You might not even be maxing, which is... Yeah, all right. So you're making the right play, but it still means Confuse Ray was the right play from me. Confuse Ray was right. Hope TwitchConf it was fun. It was an absolute blast. Airstream might not even make it so you outspeed us unless you're made perfectly. And you also might not get the KO all while having to play around Confusion. This is potentially good for me, right? Potentially maybe good for me. Let's go. Confusion. Let's go. The plays, the conditioning, the next level. Good stuffs. No Babiri. Sash potentially broken because of Confusion. Like, oh, doesn't that just feel good? Doesn't that just feel magnifique? It's not even the reads, the conditioning, right? Confuse Ray Shed. Busted. We'll send out a Ditto. Copy us again. See what happens, buddy. See what happens, buddy. I didn't even need a third Pokemon. Nice Zacian you got there. It'd be a shame if someone had a Wonder Guard Shedinja. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's go. Switch right out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. He's gonna scoop. Yeah, oh yeah. This team is sick. I told you guys we could just win every game if we stop trying to perish things.